Good afternoon, all of you. My name is Bharat Yadav, and today I am here to discuss on the environment topic. So, the topic is on the environment. There are many key topics like global warming, ozone depletion, acid rain, TERI, and many other gases which are released or emitted to the environment. So, first of all, I would like to start with my climate change. What is climate change? Climate change is a long-term shift patterns in temperature and weather patterns. So it means when a temperature is increasing and the harmful gases are emitted to the environment, the climate change is occurring. Climate change is caused by the process of biotic process, solar radiations, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and some other industrial fossil fuel burning, etc. Burning of fossil fuel, guts of livestock, and other many etc. such as methane gas is released into the environment. Emissions and sources of the global warming or the climate change are, first of all, carbon dioxide, CO2. CO2 is a gas, carbon dioxide is a gas which is caused by or which is released or the source of burning of fossil fuel or lively stocks and some other reasons. Second is methane. Methane is a gas which is released from livestock purposes. Third is CFC. CFC chlorofluorocarbon which is released from refrigerators, ACs, etc. Next is nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide is released in the environment by breaking down of nitrogen oxide from the soil. Now I would like to tell you about the global warming. Global warming or increase, what are the effects of global warming or climate change? The effects are rise in the sea level. As you are seeing that the polar ice caps are melting day by day due to the increase in the temperature in the environment. Cities like Mumbai, Shanghai, Dhaka and Sydney are submerging day by day. In Mount Kenya and Kilimanjaro, these are the glaciers and southern Alps, lost about 60% of their total glaciers in the last 100 years. So you can say that 60% in the last 100 years, and you can say in the next 20 years it is lost almost 100%. Second is the effect on the human life. Effect on the human life, what would be? The diseases, vector-borne diseases like malaria, dengue are causing. Next is ecological disturbance and increase in global temperature. Increase in global temperature is a very diverse effect of the global warming. What is it? That the total 1.7 to 2.2 degrees Celsius would be increased by 2030. By 2030, which means 0.6% increase, 0.6 degrees Celsius increase in the temperature will reduce the capacity of the environment to hold H2O. H2O means water. That 0.6 degrees Celsius temperature will increase in the temperature in the environment, will lose about or will reduce the capacity to hold H2O. Ecological disturbances are deserts are expanding day by day. Floods and droughts are happening, and wetlands are becoming dry and species are migrating from one place to another due to change in habitat. Now what are the measures we can take to improve or to control the global warming or to control the climate change? The measures are afforestation, growing more and more trees, use of renewable energy sources, use of clean resources, less use of burning fossil fuels, coal, etc. Now I would like to tell you about ozone depletion. What is ozone depletion? Ozone depletion means, first of all, I would like to tell you about ozone. Ozone is a pale blue odorless gas composed of 3 atoms of oxygen, which means O3. And it is present in the second layer of the environment in the stratosphere in a thick sheet form, which helps the UV rays, the sun UV rays, ultraviolet rays to absorb. Means the ozone layer has the capability to absorb 97 to 99% of the total UV rays. And I would like to also tell you that India is the 13th most vulnerable country in the form of pollution, and India is the fourth largest emitter in the total global emission, contributing total 5.8% of the global emissions. Now ozone depletion. Like I tell you that 97 to 99% has the capability of ozone to absorb UV rays. What are the effects of ozone depletion? In 1960, scientists Rowland and Molany told us about that the ozone layer has a hole, that in ozone layer one hole has been occurred in the stratosphere, which is very harmful over the Antarctica, which will cause many diseases to the humans like cancer, skin diseases and many other. It will also affect the marine life, animals, plants and impact on various materials like plastics and steel also. Now what are the solution to ozone depletion? Solution to ozone depletion are avoid using pesticides and discourage the use of private vehicles. We must use the public transport as many as we can. Acid rain. Acid rain is caused by a chemical reaction which is released from the sulfur dioxide and nitrous dioxide, and which react with the water, oxygen and other molecules, which comes in the form of acid rain. Acid rain main causative agents are combustion of fossil fuels, private vehicles, burning of fossil fuels, automobile exhaust and domestic fires. Effect of acid rain. What would be the effect of acid rain on buildings like Taj Mahal, monument, bridges and fences, etc. On the environment and biodiversity, it increases the acidity of soil, destroy forest, destroy aquatic life. Now on human being, it causes premature death from heart and lung disorders like asthma and bronchitis. What are the measures to control the acid rain? Use of clean fuel and pollution control, use of alternative sources of energy, restoring damaged environment, increase vegetation covered. Now last is the topic of TERI. What is TERI? TERI first name was Tata Research Institute. Tata Research Institute, which was established in the 1974 year and which was renamed in 2003. Its main purpose or its main work is to measure the clean environment, to measure the sustainable environment and to control the pollution. Here comes another organization, NGT, National Green Tribunal, which is an Indian body, which is an Indian government body, which was established in the year 2010. Its main work is to take over all the cases related to the environment. Now I would like to conclude my topic by saying that we comes in a developing country, but developing country doesn't mean that we will destroy the environment. We should adapt the development from other countries, like other countries are also developed, USA, Russia, Japan, but they are not destroying their environment. For example, the road network has become very good in the last 10 years in India, but it also affects the environment, like cutting down of trees and mountains in the hilly areas. Like I was coming to Dehradun, I saw Delhi-Dehradun expressway, the whole mountainous areas was cut down into pieces. So that is not so development doesn't mean that we will affect the environment. Thank you.